Hello, and welcome to another episode of Narrowboat Stories. It's been a while, and I am chuffed to be back and chuffed that we've got Debbie and Saul here from Barely Floating. Oh, man. If you have not seen their videos, you need to head over to YouTube straight after this and have a look, because, boy, have they been on an adventure. So before we find out about that, let's say hello and find out about your Narrowboat story. So hello to you both.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm so chuffed you're here with us today. Can you start off by telling us about your boat and about where you're moored and how long you've had her?
We certainly can. Do you want to do this or shall I?
You can do it.
We bought Laura from Wilton Marina in July of last year, July 2020, and we thought we'd sail her back to Lancaster Canal. We're continuous cruisers, and we're not really thinking about mooring. We're just going to stay moving around.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we both still have to work, so we're kind of stuck on Lancaster Canal for this year. But we're hoping to go back over the Ribble Link next year and head round towards the Yorkshire Way.
Right.
So she's a 45-foot boat as well, an R&D boat.
Yeah.
And she was mostly moored on the River Nene for until about 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was the time that we were around the River Nene, because we were moored in Northampton on the River Nene.
Right.
Yeah. So down our neck of the woods.
Yeah, I think it was Kath, and I'm not sure if it was Tony who owned it originally.
Oh.
They bought it in '88 when she was built, and just over the years they kept her there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the previous owners had had her for a long time.
Yes, they sold them about 4 years before we got her.
Really?
Yeah.
So is Narrowboat Helen your first boat? Laura, where did I get Helen from? Sorry. It's
all right. COVID jab, but blame it on that. Yeah. Gone to her brain.
I'm blaming everything on that. Sorry about that. Is she your first boat?
She is.
Wow.
She's the first boat I'd actually ever sailed.
Right. So let's step back. What made you decide to get a boat?
We'd wanted one for years when the kids were little.
Yeah.
But I wanted a wide beam at the time because I said, there's no way I'm going to have 3 kids on a boat. I'd kill them.
Yeah.
So, and it was just something that just laid dormant for ages, and the kids have all grown up and fled the nest, and we thought, why not? So we bought the boat and never looked back. We've loved it.
Have you still got your house?
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, luckily,
We can go all in like crazy Lisa over here. Just let's sell everything and get rid of everything.
We were fortunate enough to have 2 houses at the time, so we sold the big one off, and bought the boat with the proceeds from that, and we've kept the other one as sort of a little bit of a business cash cow adventure. So at least if anything goes wrong with the boat, which it always does,
we've got somewhere to stop.
That's good. That's good. So the decision to buy the boat, did you then think, right, we're going to carry on working, we'll be in this area? What was it like, a considered plan, or did it just happen quite quickly? You found the boat and then you was like, how are we going to do this? How did it unfold?
For this one, it was about a year in planning. We took a year, we did the house up, we sold it, and then we started looking. Lockdown had just started
when we started.
We sold.
Right.
And then we both had COVID, so we were quite unwell for a few weeks, and then we started looking, and it didn't take us long. We were kind of impatient to get a boat, really, and everyone we saw just went so quick. It was really fast.
I can't believe how quick they get snapped up.
Yeah,
very quick.
The market is really buoyant. Like what you did there.
Buoyant, buoyant.
Yeah.
So was Narrowboat, Laura, the first boat you saw, or did you see loads? I mean, what was the search like?
We saw Laura the first time we went out looking and dismissed her because she was everything we didn't want.
Right.
We wanted, you know, the 57-foot reverse layout and walk-through bathroom and none of that. 45-foot traditional layout with an off-corridor bathroom.
Right.
But it was weird because we saw it. We thought, oh, we quite like it, but it's too small. And then we went off looking at loads of other ones, and they just weren't right. And then we thought, well, come and have another look at her.
Yeah.
And we was like, went back to the car and we sat in the car for a bit, and it was like, no, let's put a deposit on her before she goes. And that's how it was, literally just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
That is excellent. I've just noticed some comments coming in. So if you've got any questions, we'll save those for the end, and then we'll do those. So that'll be brilliant. Thanks everybody for saying hello. So you found her, you put the deposit. Was it, you know, we had a massive wait when we first bought our boat. There was some work to be done. It took ages.
We have the same.
Yeah. I think that was our first experience of boat time. You know, everything just took so long.
We bought it in December and we picked it up in March.
Yeah,
So
I think we paid for her, and it was about 2 months, was it? A month or so before we could get, because we had the hull overplated.
Right. I was going to say, have you done much to her?
We have a spec.
Yeah.
Let's have a spec. Let's have a year and stuff of her. What year is she?
She's a 1988 boat.
1988, and I'm going to have a guess at this, right? But is your engine a Thornycraft or a BMC?
It's a BMC.
It was. You know, I heard it. You know, when you're going up the Ribble Link, I was listening. I'm going, that's a BMC in that boat. I know.
It's original to the boat, and it was fitted by Calcut boats.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had that, but we've actually done very little, haven't we? We've not really done anything. No. She's the original fit out from the 80s.
Yeah.
And everything's, the only thing that was new was the fridge and the cooker. That's about it, really, that's been new.
Yeah, because we went to pick the boat up, or we thought we were picking the boat up, and the safety guy was there doing the safety thing before, you know, the keys were handed over. And he said we couldn't stop, so we had to drive out. I'd brought all my stuff to sleep on her and what have you, and get all, you know, and he said no.
Yeah, she failed.
She failed it. So when we come back,
our first boat was 1980, and when we had the survey done, there was a few safety concerns about gas work and stuff like that. So we had to have that all done before they'd let us, before we could go.
We got a new cooker out of it. So
yeah, it was all right.
So you arrived with all your stuff in the car
to
pick your boat up, and then you had to go home?
Yeah.
No, you must have been gutted. Absolutely gutted.
Yeah.
Oh, what a disappointment. How long did it take after that before you could come back? And
it wasn't long, was it? It was only a
few days.
Couple of days.
I think we were back in there for the weekend.
But it felt like forever because you just
you're just excited, aren't you? You're just excited and want to get in there. So what is? I'm desperate to get onto the Ribble Link drama, right? But what is the thing that you enjoy most about being on your boat?
Just a change of pace in life.
Yeah.
I was working before we got the boat. I was working 6-7 days a week, working away, working 10-12 hour days.
Yeah.
I just don't need to do that anymore. It's all finished. I can pick and choose when I work. I still work. Well, I'm semi-retired, so it's 6 days a week, but I'm doing 10-hour days.
He says that, but he's totally lying to you because he'll say, "I'm going to slow down and what have you," But every day he's out going to work, so it hasn't changed. He's
No.
just in his head.
No, yeah, I know. Maybe just the mindset's changed. Just your
I think
mindset.
that's it.
Yeah. So do you want me asking what you do for work?
Well, I'm a builder.
Right.
So I'm working in eco-friendly housing.
Wow.
Mostly insulation and passive house type housing. I do that.
Right.
We've specialised in that. So
yeah, fantastic. You can slow down now. You really can.
Well, it's great.
He's very much like Glenn. Actually, he can't sit down for long. He's got to be doing something. He's like, oh, I'm just going to go and do that. I'm just going to do that. And it's like, just chill.
Sit down. That's what I say sometimes. Just sit down. Well, at least on a boat, there's always something to do.
There is.
So you can just potter around doing stuff. So what about you, Debbie? Do you work?
I do. I work for the local authority. I work with children with disabilities.
Oh,
it's a respite unit. So, just to give parents a break and what have you. So they come to us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Love it.
Years and years ago, me and Glenn were respite foster carers for a while, but we really enjoyed that, didn't we?
We focused on one kid really. And
he's
all grown up now. And got a degree, so.
I know, marvelous. So, so that was good. I forgot what I was going to say then. So that's what you enjoy the most. What do you enjoy the most, Debbie? Is it the same, the slower pace of life?
It is, and it only takes me 10 minutes to clean up. It's great.
Yeah. That's good, isn't it? That's
really fantastic. No, I just love. Well, obviously not at the minute, but I love moving and waking up to different scenery. I just love the whole thing. It's just a lovely way of life.
It is a great way, yeah. What would you say is either the hardest aspect of being on the boat or something that you don't enjoy?
She doesn't like me. She doesn't like me walking about in the boat because I open the curtains because I've got flat shoulders.
Oh God, yeah, I'm constantly tidying them, putting them back, and he walks past and just, and they all come out and ooh. And he's a bugger. When I'm in the shower, he'll stand and do that. So next minute you just hear me go, and that's me. I'm over in the shower. He's a bugger.
Oh, yeah. What would you say?
The problem, though, that's the worst thing, really, isn't it? Electricity.
Yeah, because we haven't got solar yet. We haven't got round to doing all that.
So we said we'd try and be constantly cruising at the worst time of the year, which is winter, with what we've got. Yeah. And neither of us are really can't stand this.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not. I mean, I didn't know how I was going to cope when we came out after being in a marina for so long.
You had a wobble, didn't you?
Electricity. I was a little bit worried, but fortunately, we know we can manage now. So
you learn, don't you? You adapt to it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do quite quickly. That first week, though, we had no lights on.
We'd sit here in candlelight.
It was very romantic. We'd be like, Glenn would be eating dinner. It'd be like, what is it? I was like, it's just you couldn't see because it was so dark. We're much braver now. Now we know that we can manage the electricity. So
generator that we've got.
Oh yeah, that generator. I love that generator.
It's a
this morning.
We've got a generator, but at the minute, luckily, where we're parked up, moored up, we've got friends that just live across, so we've got loads of extension cables, and we're hooked up to our electric at the minute.
Oh, that is fabulous! That is you couldn't ask for better, could you? That is brilliant. Right. Right. We need to get on to the Ribble link, and I want to know. So as I said,
you obviously had to do it. You had to
get across. Yeah. So I watch your videos and I was watching, and to be honest, I watch most Ribble Link blogs like this, but yours, I mean, I was just,
I think
I was scared.
The funniest bit I just made me laugh was I heard that engine stall, which I've had before. I've heard those. It's very, and then balls.
It wasn't balls. Something like that, but I was just like, ah. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, you need to go to YouTube and watch it. But tell us what went through your head. I mean, were you nervous before you went?
Very.
Yeah.
I mean,
but excited at the same time. It was a mixed, bunch of emotions, because we were so excited but nervous, and like, if anything could go wrong, well, everything did go wrong.
When we prepared everything really well, we had a full tank of water. I'd done the oil, I'd cleaned the prop out, I'd done everything like that, and I thought, we're ready to go. Everything had been fixed, so fingers crossed we're going to make it. And then we set off, and it was just, it was really nice. It was exciting. It wasn't scary, but it was exciting up until the point when it stopped.
I think it's such a battle against the tide. It's such a battle for a little narrowboat to propel through. You just don't feel like you're moving. I've watched videos of going against the tide, and it's like literally seem to be going backwards rather than going forwards. They're just not made for that sort of
So when it happened, that moment when the engine stopped and you were adrift, what went through your mind?
For about 2 minutes before the engine finally cut, it had started hunting. So it was revving high and then dropping, and revving high and dropping. And I knew something, and I just assumed, because we were going up and down, that possibly it was being jiggled about, and hopefully it had sorted itself out. So I was trying to steer towards the back of the boat in front, so the wash then was less, bad. It's quite like that. But then it just revved high and stopped, and there was nothing I could do. And of course, Debbie was pounding her nose at the time.
I was sat on the loo. So it was a quick get the knickers up and leg it out the front. But by the time I'd got round the front, the boat was turning. We did a full 360 before where we landed. Yeah. Because we ended up past, it was
it was a warning post for the sewage works outlet.
So we just rotated round it, and then that was it. We landed.
Yeah, so they did have an anchor. You did have an anchor, didn't you?
Because there wasn't time to deploy it.
No.
I learned the lesson on that. So what I decided after that was, when we went back on the river, I thought, I'm having the anchor at the back of the boat just in case anything happens. So if it goes, I can
just in case I'm on the toilet again. You
can instantly throw that overboard. You were quite lucky where you landed, though, weren't you? Because there was a drop, as the tide went out. I mean,
quick tides. It was September, so there were quick tides as well.
Really,
the one coming back in was a 5 or 6 knot tide, which was very quick.
We were watching trees go past.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
man.
You don't know what you're going to land on, do you?
No, that's the thing, because there was this massive drop. I
mean, no one's really seen I mean, we've obviously watched the Ribble Link crossings, everyone who's done it, and you don't see anything that's underneath that water. No. And there are rocks, there are bits of metal, trees, everything sticking out.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like a slipway, and then it dropped.
Wow. Wow. So you were quite safe, as in you were, grounded, but you were safe as the tide went out. And did the RNLI come out and assess you and then come
They did,
back?
yes. The little dinghy came out first, and they just gave us some water, just checked we were all right, checked where we were, and made sure that there was no danger. So we'll be back later on. We'll come and pick you up later on with the big boat.
With the big boat.
Did you have a ship to shore radio?
No, we just had mobile phone.
Oh, mobile phone. Yeah.
Okay. So did you just? Who did you ring? 999.
we rang River Control.
Okay.
Because when you cross over, they have River Control,
Right.
and they were in touch with Preston Docks.
Right.
A boat came out to try and tow us in, but we were too stuck by the time it got to us.
Wedged.
So they just said, we just rang the Coast Guard then, didn't we?
Yeah.
999.
Oh man, my heart is going just thinking about it.
It was bizarre. It was really surreal. And when they come back at night, it was like something out of Brief Encounters, because you got you got this boat, and then there was dinghies everywhere, and then there was just these lights shining on us. It was bizarre.
It was a pleasant afternoon though, wasn't it? I just wish I'd brought some stuff for Black in the Hole.
Yeah. I could have done that one. It was. Did you get out with the boat? Because I would imagine it's quite silty, isn't it?
Yeah, I managed to, because I walked over and took the photographs on the bank.
I thought,
right.
Yeah,
bloody.
It was really
yeah, that would have been bad, wouldn't it? If you'd have sunk in it, and then Debbie, you'd have had to have rescued him. That would have been bad. Oh man, as I said, if anyone hasn't seen that video yet, then head over to YouTube and watch it. It's brilliant watch. So, in fact, it goes over a couple of videos, doesn't it?
Yeah. We've got one on Saturday, which is the final one. We're actually coming through the locks, the Ribble navigation, up towards the staircase lock and onto the Lancaster Canal on Saturday. That's 6 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the Savok bit is just like it's like a stream, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just like a dike, a ditch.
But really?
Yeah.
Barely. I know it's very narrow and very tight and space. Yeah.
I'm so glad we're never doing that. Our boat is and so let's see if there's any questions. Have you got questions, Glenn?
Put that one up one.
There we go.
Sorry, that one. I think you know this person.
Yeah, hi, brother.
No, slowing down for Saul, basically.
Yeah, that's you're not. You got to keep going. Right. What's Dale saying? Love Barely Floating series. What is the future after you get on the Lancaster Canal?
We're just going to continuously cruise, do the whole lot, film every inch of it. We've got to have the engine refurbed, so that's coming out.
Is it coming out?
Yeah, we're going to have it fully rebuilt. Well, because of this finger, I can't do anything fiddly anymore at the moment till it's fixed. So.
That's his excuse, and he's sticking to it.
It's a good one.
Yeah. But that's got to come out and be rebuilt, put back together again, and then we're going to do this year. We're going to do the inside. We're actually going to do some changes on the inside of the boat, change the layout, the bed position, and put a walk-in bathroom in instead of an off corridor. We're going to change the lounge a bit, things like that. But that's not a huge amount of work, but insulation is going to be changed as well.
Spray foam?
No. We're going. I don't know if you know Colin Jacks.
Yeah.
He's used that Thinsulate stuff. We're going for that.
Right.
Yeah. I saw him use that. Yeah. Colin was moored near us. We for a while at Milton Keynes, so we got to know Colin.
Yeah,
really
nice
well.
Man.
Yeah. He's a great laugh. Well, I spoke to him earlier on in the summer when it was really hot, and I asked him how it was, and he said, "Well, I've parked in the sun, and it's fantastic. It really does the job. Keeps it cool and keeps it warm as well." So we're going to go for that, I think.
Yeah, because it was so hot in here last year when we were coming, because we had that really hot.
Yeah.
I kicked him out of the bed. He had to sleep in here.
It does get really, really warm, doesn't it? I mean, we're lucky because we've got so many hatches in our boat. We've got 6 in total, and there's like 2 opposite each other. So if there's the slightest breeze, I position myself in the breeze, and it just passes by.
Yeah.
So
we had the front door open, the back door open, all the hatches.
Yeah. We haven't got any hatches on ours, and we'd love one.
We'd love to make
I'd actually love one just here at the back of us.
Well, Glenn's got a view on hatches.
I know.
God, well, the bloody lot of them up, apart from one. They bloody leak.
They all leak. They
bloody nightmare.
Yeah, they do.
We're thinking of going for wooden ones. We'll make wooden ones. Like proper window type ones, but we don't want double glazing.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
You've got the skills for that. That's what Colin made all his windows by hand.
He did. Yeah.
Those are amazing. He made the videos of him making those. It was very, very clever.
Yeah, clever man.
I watched everyone.
Yeah. Did you see on is it chugging along?
Oh yeah.
Chugging along? Yeah, they did a video with Colin, and he'd got some garden, and he'd made a greenhouse out of some
sticks and pallet wrap.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. I've seen it. Yeah,
No,
it looks great.
Yeah.
Full size greenhouse.
Just
made
amazing.
Out of just branches and pallet wrap.
So
fantastic. Really.
I'll tell you what I do miss, actually, thinking about it, and I do miss my garden, because I love being out in my garden and not having one. It's just
I'm happy that's gone.
No, I like my garden.
yeah, Glenn was happy our garden went. And to be honest, I didn't realise how much I appreciated our garden till it went. Now, obviously, we're really lucky because we've got some garden here. But last year, not so much last year because of lockdown, but the year before, I used to make Glenn come to gardens, at stately homes with me. And I was just I'd just wander around and enjoy being in gardens.
I've not got much time for gardening. No. I mowed the grass yesterday and I was like, oh.
I enjoy your plants and stuff that you keep whipping back.
It's just
I love all plants, inside and outside. I just they bring me joy. So just a couple of hellos. I want to say hello to Paul. He was just taking a break and he came across us, and hello to Martin. Martin's on a wide beam, also got a YouTube channel.
Oh, wow.
Holistic therapist, hello to you.
That was the one.
Oh yeah, and
my
brother. Yeah.
Yeah, is he? No.
Smashing when I see it.
Oh, that is excellent. Well, I think, have you got any before we end? Have you got any questions? Glenn's got questions, hasn't he?
No, we'll wait till the week Monday.
Okay.
One. Are you going to upgrade while you're upgrading stuff? What's your leisure battery situation and your solar panel?
We have one 110 amp leisure battery.
One.
One.
What are you doing with that?
Not a lot, really. We don't watch telly much. We have computers and what have you, but it's a real struggle with one.
Hey, look, we did with one.
Yeah.
What we did in our 45-foot breeze that we first had, that had two leisure batteries. But it was system in it was completely 12 volts. So I ran a very small inverter, a very small inverter that didn't drain the batteries very much. It was only 300 watt, but it would run laptop chargers and a small TV and stuff like that. I put that in, and we had the two smallest solar panels on top of the boat, and the fridge. Obviously, I put a new shoreline fridge in it, and we never ran out of power in that boat. Never. It was really weird. Out cruising, I was amazed. The panels are tiny. The solar panels are tiny, but I think sometimes we now got 5 leisure batteries. You need such a big bank of solar to put anything in bloody things.
Yeah, well, that's our next plan. Is solar's what our next plan really, and but engine first. Then we've got to save up pennies first.
I know.
They're good. BMCs are good engines because the bits you can get anywhere, and they usually literally do run until they shake themselves to pieces.
Yeah. Well, that was what the problem with our engine. Our lift pump. We had a new lift pump fitted right when we first got it, and it just shook itself to bits.
Yeah.
The engineer came out and he said, "Well, it's a cheap Chinese one. It'll do that."
Right. Yeah.
So we had another one fitted, and she's been fine ever since like that. She'll.
Yeah. What's the reason for the rebuild? Just because you think?
Well, I don't think she's been rebuilt. She's had a lot of work done on her, but she's never been rebuilt. So have her rebuilt, and then we've got another 20 years out of her, really.
Yeah, they're pretty good engines. Yeah. They are pretty good. They're easy to work on as well. So
I've looked at a few of the modern engines, and we could buy them and put them in, but they don't. I mean, she's a 40 horsepower engine. She's only 1.5, She's 40 horsepower.
Ours was. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a good, strong enough engine for any rivers. So we're fine with that. We don't, if it's not, well, if she's broke, we can fix her and keep using her. You know, she's got enough power.
Yeah.
Because on the crossing we had a smaller boat go over with her, and that engine was really struggling.
Right.
It kept overheating really badly.
Yeah.
So we thought we'll stick with what we've got, and
better the devil you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, if it can be refurbed, as you said, you know, there's
bits are available massively for those.
Yeah.
You can get, there's so many, you know, BMC or Thorny Cross engines.
Yeah.
So, it's good.
Have you got any other
No, I'm
questions?
going to keep shut now.
You're gonna keep them.
Melanie.
Melanie and Dave said hello. So hello to you both. Thanks for watching. And we're going to let you guys go. We've taken up enough of your time this morning and of your electricity, because I know your laptop's plugged in. So we're going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been great, and hopefully once lockdown's eased and we can come up north, we're going to do a tour, not in the boat, but we're going to do a tour of the north, and come and see as many people.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, we will.
Lots of lovely YouTubers we know, so we're looking forward to that. So that'll be. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and hope to see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you very much.